Hey guys, happy Friday and welcome to another episode of Shopping with Elyse. This time we are going to be talking about the 150-year DIY product right here on Amazon that you could buy on Amazon Prime or you can buy it on our website. But again, right here on Amazon you can get it in a few days and it's a really great product. So we're going to be talking about hashtag Take Me Back. It's this whole concept where we revisit old memories and really great memories that will help us, as we get older, grow and learn about ourselves, as well as just preserving our favorite memories and the special moments that we, go through when we are experiencing life. So our time capsules are the perfect way to capture your most precious moments and put them in a safe and secure location so that they'll never fade, they'll never be lost, and you won't have to worry about them. We have so many different ways of securing your memories and making sure that they are safe and accessible whenever you want to revisit them, which is really great. So our products are built on unique technology. They're made right here in the United States, which is amazing. And we do design these products for memories in mind. We're keeping, family history, building a legacy, learning about your relatives. It's a completely new way to revolutionize the way you view your family tree, to just create information so that your descendants know who you are, the kind of person that you are, more than just, a photo or a diary entry or a journal or just a piece of flat media. Our time capsules are video based, which means that the person watching, just like you guys watching me right now, will get a good idea of who I am, the way that, someone smiles, the way their eyes light up when they talk about something that they love, their mannerisms, the sound of their voice, so on and so forth. So video is a really beautiful way to capture that. So the 150-year DIY product that I'll be talking about today, it centers on a story. I want you guys to think 30-minute video message, and it could be anything. So a lot of people get overwhelmed by the choice, but we have so much here that you can do at Not Forgotten with our time capsules, and so excited to tell you all about it. So if you just joined the live, you joined at the perfect time. I'm about to play a short video that just talks a little bit about the 150-year DIY product and the, what makes it different from the rest of our products. So I will show you this product video and then we're gonna pivot back into this conversation I'm gonna have with you guys so you get a better idea of Not Forgotten, what we do, and I'm gonna give you plenty of ideas so that you can make your time capsule the best one yet and really utilize the most out of those 30 minutes. So these products are amazing. These are the original time capsules. We have the original and the premium. So these are original, but they're also extremely affordable. So in my opinion, you're paying for such an amazing, unique, priceless gift for yourself or for others that they're really going to love. It is a next generation digital time capsule, and I'll tell you exactly what that means if you just stay tuned. We're gonna look at that product video and you can tell me what you think. Feel free to comment, ask any questions, and I will be here. Okay, oh my gosh, don't know why that's coming up. It's not done yet. Okay guys, so I hope that, gave you a little bit of an idea of what the 150-year DIY product is, what that really means, how you can use it, and more importantly, what you can put into it. So that's kind of where I come in. So with this product, as you know, DIY, do it yourself. So you take your iPhone, you take your laptop, you take any technology of choice, you video 30 minutes, and you can upload it onto our website. You can even do it through our Not Forgotten app. So it's very, very easy to use. We designed this, with that in mind. We wanted the technology to be hassle-free, and we wanted it to be easy for you, your family members, or your loved ones to create a Not Forgotten time capsule. We don't want it to be hard because then it's not any fun. So with these 30-minute video messages, you can do an array of things. So I'll give you some ideas right now. Maybe you guys are, there's a few different people that like to do our time capsules. There's people like me who sit in front of the camera, have no problem just talking, freelancing it, see what comes out. And you could totally do that with our time capsules. We have a way to do it without those interview questions. You could do it template free, essentially. But if you are someone who needs a little bit more help, or you just want a better idea of how to use these time capsules, you don't quite know what to say, totally fine. We have brochures that we will give you once you purchase a time capsule that give you all sorts of interview templates. So you could talk about your life. There's so many different chapters of your life, and you can go over whichever one that you want. So it gives you a whole list of what you want to explore when you're making your Not Forgotten time capsule. And more importantly, you're leaving future messages to either yourself or your loved ones. So what do you want them to read about you? A lot of people, they like to do annual messages for their family that they can open up. Members of your family, they like to be, so if I'm doing a time capsule of one of my family members, I think about what would they like? What makes them, unique? So my Nana, for example, used to love the New York Yankees. So it'd be a really cool time capsule if I were to, bring her into Yankee Stadium and film her at the game, and then you can kind of film her talking about her life there. So get creative with it. Reminder, make sure you guys are shooting at a location that has significance to you. So the DIY, you have so much flexibility. You could take your little phone wherever you want, so you can film wherever you want. So for example, I loved soccer growing up, so I would love to film a Not Forgotten time capsule maybe at a soccer field. One of my favorite parks in the world is in my hometown in New Jersey called the Tot Lot, and my grandma used to take me on the swings, so it'd be really cool if I was filming a time capsule sitting on the swings just like I used to do when I was younger, go on those swings when I was about 7 years old. Now I'm in my 20s, and it'd be pretty cool to kind of go back and film a time capsule there so that when I'm much older and I tell my kids about the park I used to grow up going to, it's in the video. So it adds some historical context. It adds another layer of, unique content that is only coming from you because you have a significant place that you're, embedding into the video. So it's making it so much more personal when these little details are thought about. And I also think that for people who are maybe uncomfortable in front of the camera, or they need a little bit of time to warm up, totally fine. I've thought of a lot of different tactics so you guys can still make the most out of your Not Forgotten time capsule, even if you struggle with like stage fright, or maybe you're just nervous to be in front of a camera. I know a lot of people are, so don't feel bad at all. But in order to combat that, you need to be in a place where you feel comfortable. So right now, I'm sitting in my room. I feel pretty comfortable here. And if you are someone like me, you want to sit in an area of your house filming that you love and you spend a lot of time in. Again, it adds that context, but it also puts you in that mindset to really tell your story. Every single time capsule that we have centers on a story. So it's up to you where you want to take that. But for example, if you are someone who's nervous, what I can think about is my mom, for example. She does not love to be in front of the camera, but she loves her house. So she can give a house tour as she's talking about her life. And it kind of puts her in more of a conversational mode. She's ready to be open and honest and not really think about it because she's distracted by her beautiful home that she also wants to include in the video. So you're killing, two birds with one stone. You're getting it all in there, and you are making the most out of that 30-minute video, because then when I'm older and I show my kids, my mom, I can also say, oh, and here's the house I grew up in, as she walks through the rooms, she tours us, she tells us about the molding, about the paint, because in my family, we built this house up from the ground up, and she literally chose every single detail. So this means a lot to her, this house, and I think that including that in the time capsule would be a really amazing way for us to, record something that matters a lot to her, while also putting her in a great mood and a vulnerable state, but also comfortable state, so that she can open up and talk about her life. So think long and hard about your relatives, what makes them happy. I know a lot of People in my family, big Italian family, we love to cook. So the kitchen is a really enjoyable place. So if you are someone like me, you guys have a lot of family recipes. One of my favorite things to do is have someone cooking a recipe that is unique to your family. So, not like a normal recipe that you can look up, but something that everyone's excited, every tradition, every holiday, everyone gets together and they really want to eat that one thing. So think about what that is. With my grandma, for example, we call it Michigan spaghetti. It's just spaghetti bolognese, but the way she makes the sauce is amazing, and I haven't quite nailed it, but she did write me out a recipe for that. And I would love to just see her cooking it while talking about her childhood and putting that in a not forgotten time capsule so that I can always remember it. Not only do I have the recipe, but I have the how to do it step by step with my actual grandma telling me, and then also telling me about her childhood and how she did that. So that's actually a really good idea, and I'm going to make her do that. She has already made a not forgotten time capsule, but I want a Michigan spaghetti edition. So again, you can have so many different ways to do these time capsules. And if you want to gather all of your family, you could sit on a couch and talk about, the members of your family tree, and even the people that have passed away. If you want to keep those stories in your family, you put them in a time capsule. So that way, although you can't, have them sit in front of a camera and talk about their lives, you can have them included in your time capsule and make a more holistic picture of who your family is. So again, a lot of things. You could have a series of family messages. And then my favorite thing, actually, I think this product is so beautiful and it's able to capture the growth of yourself, but also your children. So if you are a new mother or a new father, or if you are just a parent and you have a kid who is, not a full grown adult yet, this is perfect for you. Because let's say I'm the mom, I can have my child sitting right next to me, and maybe they're a baby, maybe they're a toddler. And it's a great way to talk at the camera, predict what you think your child's going to do in the future, ask them questions if they're old enough to talk back, and really get an idea of who you are at that very moment, so that when you watch it 10 years later, you can see how you've grown as a mother, a father, a parent, and also how your child has grown physically, emotionally, mentally, anything like that. So you could do predictions about what you think they're going to do in their career. And it's really cool. You can place the opening date for their 18th birthday, their 21st birthday. You can open it all together and see what you were right about, see, what they looked like, and they'll be able to see you when you were a young, glowing parent. And it's a really cool way, because I think a lot of us kids sometimes forget that our parents were once young too. So it's a very unique gift that puts everything into perspective. And I think that it's amazing, and there's so many things that you could do with it, especially for new parents and also new brides. So if you just got married, this is the perfect time. Use a 150-year DIY, film your experience, talk about your love story, talk about the hopes for the future, and watch it back. Because again, I don't know if I mentioned this actually, but when you make these time capsules, you have between the time that you made it and 50 years to choose an opening date. So if you are right out of college and you want to make a time capsule with all of your friends and kind of video everyone together and talk about your life, talk about your college experience, talk about what you think the real world's gonna be like, you guys can all make your individual time capsules, and then you could set a personal friend reunion in 5 years from now. It really incentivizes everyone to get together, meet up, and open these time capsules. And it's just a really unifying way to experience something like this, and to also just reminisce on the past, but also look forward to the future. So there's so many different things that you can do with these time capsules, and they're really great for telling your life story, giving life advice that you want passed down through generation. And a lot happens in a year. A lot happens. So now is the time to make a time capsule. So if you've just joined us, we're talking about the 150-year DIY time capsule, the multiple ways that you can use it, and also just the beauty of life and how we want to capture it so that our descendants can learn from us and get to know us on a personal level when they may never get to meet us. So I think it's a really great way to introduce yourself to people that you've never met. It is all about quality, being built to last, and making a difference, in your lifetime as well as your descendants. So I showed you guys the video already, but I want to talk about some of the specifics of the product, and I want to give you an example of a time capsule and the difference, a lot that can happen in a year. So my brother actually made a time capsule. He was in the Army, and we did a time capsule right before he went into service and was deployed. So again, if you are a family member who has someone in the Army, or a police officer that just graduated from police school, I think that's what it's called, and they're starting their job, it's a really great time to make a time capsule too before they enter the workforce, and just kind of look back on it and see, you know, how they grew up in their job and their career, and what they like. So again, every single time capsule centers on a story. It's told through video, and it is, you know, using Not Forgotten's app, or it is just uploaded from the technology of your choice. And we have so many rich storytelling tools that you can use to make the most of it. So interview guides, anything really. And you just have to film yourself for 30 minutes on the app or upload it from the technology. And then I have to tell you guys actually a little insider tip. I made my own time capsule. I thought that it would be better to do it on my laptop because I thought the camera quality was higher, but I found out that my phone quality is actually a lot higher. So if you are debating whether to do it on your laptop or your phone, I say 100% go for phone. The smartphones have amazing quality, so I think that that's a better way to do it. But every single one of our time capsule has the basics. But before I even hop into the nitty gritty, I want to show you guys a clip of my brother actually talking about his time capsule, about what he learned from my grandma's time capsule, and about his life right now, because a lot has changed. And that's the point of our time capsule. So this is my brother. Welcome, Andrew, and I'm going to show you guys his.
I love my grandmother, and I want to remember her. So for her birthday, I bought her a Not Forgotten time capsule kit. I've just been worrying about her lately because she's getting older and she doesn't really eat as much. Eventually, when she passes, I'll have something to remember her by, and I'll be able to show my kids and other members of my family who my grandmother was. She didn't film it herself. I had to help her because she's not that good with technology. But it didn't take long, and it was actually kind of fun. The app was really easy to use. One other thing I liked about this was I didn't have to wrap it up either, like a gift. It came in a folder with a bunch of cool stuff, so it was already pretty much prepared. While I was filming this video, I actually learned a lot about my grandmother, stuff I didn't even know about. Like, she only had 4 channels on her TV growing up, and she also played in the basement to avoid something called polio. I don't even know what that is. During filming, I learned that my grandmother was born on her grandmother's dining room table. This is because she was born during World War II, so a lot of the space in the hospital were being used to take care of the injured soldiers that came back. She also got married at the same age as I am today, which is 19, and I can't even imagine being married at this age. For making this video, I also found out my great-grandfather was in the Army, and I would have loved to have heard from him or got some insight of what it was like. I'm enlisting as well, so I've been thinking about my own legacy and doing a Not Forgotten video, just so I have something to look back on or show my kids when I'm older.
Okay, so showing you guys a clip of my brother, you know, getting an idea for how you can use these time capsules is the why I did what I did time capsule. I think in the rest of his time capsule, he goes on to say he can't imagine being married at the age of my grandma's, okay, 19 years old. But fun fact, in the next year, he actually got engaged. So now my brother's 21 and engaged. So a lot can happen in a year. It's a really fun way to record, you know, what you used to value based on what you value now. The time capsules grow with you, and you get to reminisce and look back and see how everything changed. So you set your opening date for the next 50 years, and then I want to tell you guys a reminder of the basics of a Not Forgotten time capsule. Every single one of our time capsules are never lost. So each time capsule is linked to your family's history through GEDCOM, and it's mapped with the International Time Capsule Society. So if you guys have heard of the International Time Capsule Society, it is originating out of Georgia, out of Oglethorpe University, established in 1990, and we are the technology behind it, which means that we have been digitizing hundreds and thousands of time capsules over COVID, and we are just, you know, making this amazing community of people who really value history and who also want to be a part of history. So every single time capsule that you guys make with us is mapped on the International Time Capsule Society registry, and it's very cool. Think a big, huge map that has pins all over with people who have made their time capsules. So we have time capsules from Detroit to Barcelona and everywhere in between. It's pretty remarkable what we've been able to do. And when you make a Not Forgotten time capsule with us that you buy on Amazon, of course, it's all linked there. So one, they're never lost. Another basic is that we cover all time capsules against data rot and technology obsolescence, which I'll go into a little bit later. but we use this with we do this with a cast iron combination of preservation policy and data storage in climate control vaults in the US. So Not Forgotten actually adheres to standards set forth by the US Library of Congress and the US National Archives and Record Administration. So we use very high archiving standards. Of course, all of the things that I'm saying, all of our credentials are on our Amazon storefront if you scroll down to the right. And lastly, Not Forgotten is our time capsules are safeguarded by the Digital Preservation Trust. Reuters actually covered us, and they said that Not Forgotten strives for immortality, which is the exact same wish your family has for their family stories. So every single time capsule has those three basics. The 150 year has one more basic way of mapping it because you're paying for a little bit more, so you get more protection. But the 150 year DIY time capsule, it comes with a permanent genealogy record of you is bound to your time capsule, and then your time capsule is mapped on the International Time Capsule Society. You get a basic library record, and then you also have a personalized library record. So the difference between us and a social media platform or a different type of technology platform is that we're also a library. So we are classified as a special library, which means that no matter what happens to us, your data is safe and secure in this library. It doesn't have to do with us as a business. If we decide we are going out of business, you don't have to worry about your time capsule disappearing. We've set it up in a way in which you will always have it, hence why we give you a library record, and it's in the library that you can access through the WorldCat. So I'll show you guys what that actually is. I'm bringing it up on my computer, and I want to just switch the screen so you guys can understand what the WorldCat is, how do you even use it, what does that even mean. But before we go into it, this product is just an amazing product for families, for mothers, for anyone going through a major life event, anyone who has gone through one. They've survived cancer, they've gotten out of a messy divorce, they're surviving COVID, which was crazy. So, we're living through history. It's a really good idea to capture that and look back on it when we're older, because it's kind of crazy how much we've been through. So it's a really amazing gift as well. If you are going to an event and you want to get a great gift and you want to make the most out of, Not Forgotten time capsules, gifting them is a great way to do it. We do turn individual lives into the ultimate gift. You are giving someone a gift of themselves, really, where they're talking to their future selves and they are sharing things with the camera so that we can preserve it and make sure that your descendants know everything that you want them to know, life advice, family stories, etc. So this gift is this product is an amazing gift because it really is an individualized, personalized, unique gift. So if you're looking for something to stand out in the crowd, make sure you give them, a wow gift. This is the one. So if you have a wedding coming up, a graduation party, definitely purchase the 150 year DIY. It is an amazing gift for those events. So I'm going to show you actually our Amazon page so that you can get a better idea of what we are working with here at Not Forgotten, so I can show you how that works. So here we are on the Amazon page, and I want to show you guys the products because there's so many different ones, and I chose the 150 year DIY one today because I thought that it was a great product for you. Now, the 150 year DIY product is here. It's $99, and there's only 6 left in stock, so order soon. But again, it's on Amazon Prime, so you can get it. This one's on Amazon Prime. Awesome. I didn't notice this one wasn't, but it's okay. So scroll down, and we have a product comparison sheet. This is my favorite sheet. It really puts everything into perspective. If you are listening to me and you are like, I love this idea, but I want additional storage, because the 150 year doesn't have storage. So what's storage? It just means that you can include digital assets. You can include scanned photos. So for example, I have a photo of my mom and I at the beach, and I was younger, but it's a great photo and I have it on my desk. But you can scan a lot of photos. So 2 gigabytes I think gives you around 600 photos. 20 gigabytes gives you either 7,000 photos or 20 hours of home video. So the extra money is definitely worth it in my opinion, but if you just want to #TakeMeBack, the 150 year time capsule does the trick. So you can even try the 150 year, try out the product for yourself, and if you love it and you want to add to it and create a life series, you can actually do the DIY 300 and add 2 gigabytes. You can really work your way up, whatever you're comfortable with, but Again, you get it's 30 minutes DIY. You hire, 30 minutes DIY. You get your genealogy record. It's mapped in the International Time Capsule Society Registry. You get a library record, basic and personalized, and you get the deluxe luxury gift folder, which I'm going to unbox shortly, but because I want to show you guys what you get when you order it on Amazon. But when you do this time capsule, you can find it on the World Cat. So I say that a lot, right? What is a World Cat? I will show you what it is so you know exactly what it is and what you have to look forward to. It is the world's largest library record. So when you make a time capsule with us, all you have to do is go on and put your first and last name and then not forgotten. So I'm going to show you guys my grandma's because I love her and she made a time capsule, so I will put it up there. Linda Critter, not forgotten. You do a quick little search and she is number 1. So I click on her and this is her library record. It's amazing that we are able to, classify ourselves as a special library so that we are really building the library of human experiences. You guys can be a part of history when you buy a time capsule with us, and you can save your story so that everyone can remember who you are and so that you are never forgotten. So it's just an archive material and you can view online your library record. I'm showing you guys this one because it is a personalized library record and I want to show you guys what that even looks like. What does that mean? Because they're all different. So a personalized library record like this one is one where you can see your face. So you have that picture of my grandma. My cute grandma, she's right there, and it is a great way to just give some more context. I love personalized library records, especially for a man in uniform. So if you have someone who's a serviceman, a policeman, a firefighter, they all get these great headshots after they graduate, and that's a perfect place to put it there. If you are making a family time capsule, gather all of your family around and put that picture in there. So there's a lot of different things that you can do with these just to give someone historical context. So in 100 years time, when people are sifting through not forgotten library records and they're like, oh, this girl looks pretty, let's learn about her. That's because you've put a picture there. So I think it's great. I think it's a great way to, set yourself apart from the average library record, which is just your name and then, the information. So that's what that looks like. And I wanted to show you guys because I always say World Cat and people are like, what is that? No worries. I learned about that recently too. But so that's what that is. That's how you access it. It's super easy, showing that it's really, really, really nearly impossible. I can't say impossible, but it's nearly impossible for you to lose anything when it's in a library because you have a record of it. And I think that's what really differentiates us from other companies, which I am really proud of, and as well as the fact that we protect your data from data rot and technology obsolescence. So I said that earlier. What does that mean? So a lot of people say to me, Elyse, I don't really get it. It's just a video. Why can't I just take that on my phone? I 100% understand. I am someone who actually used to video journal instead of writing. I would just talk in my photo booth and just look back on it months later. And so I know the importance of just videoing things and just, putting it on your computer and saving it and, who cares? Why put it in a time capsule? Well, after a lot of research, we have found out that data rot occurs when you have files older than 10 years. So if you have older pictures or older videos and they're 10 years old, you might be subject to data rot. So what is data rot? Data rot is just the general decay of your media over time. So just like an old photo gets blurry, brown, the edges curl up, an old document, some old papers, they start to yellow and they get really, really soft and they can rip easily, and like the text on them might like blur off. That's exactly what happens to our physical assets when we've had them for a long time. Happens as well to our media. Time kills every piece of, thing that we have. It kills physical assets, it kills digital assets, and it is inevitable. It's just the aging, the wear and tear. So we have done an enormous amount of coding, and we have, great high-tech systems that can protect your data, but we also have the trust, the preservation trust, and they are monitoring your data in our climate-controlled vaults to make sure that it doesn't subject to data rot. Data rot frequently occurs in humidity. If it's too hot, it's too cold. Data is extremely delicate and it can fall apart really easily. So that's why if you've ever tried to play an old video and it's really pixelated, the sound is messed up, you got video lines going through it, glitches, that means it's subjected to data rot. Similarly, if you've ever gone to open up an old photo or an old video in iCloud and you get the spinning wheel of death and it takes forever to open, or it just doesn't open and the quality is just so much lower than it was the day that you filmed it, that means that data rot has also infected it. Unfortunately, a lot of us have data rot. It is a common problem as we get deeper and deeper into the age of technology. So what Not Forgotten does is it protects all of your data, so you don't have to deal with the pixely, the blurry, the glitchy data that you will be having as we move deeper and deeper into capturing our lives on our technology, devices, our phones, our laptops, anything with a camera. We are in that aspect where, that's the way that we are capturing our memories using our iPhones or using our smartphones. So we're going to be having to deal with this, with data rot, consistently throughout our lives. We're going to be generating terabytes of information as we go on vacations, as we experience life's landmark events like your wedding, you have your first baby, you go to baby showers, you go on a road trip with your best friends. Like I just went on a road trip with my best friends, and I think I got 1,000 photos out of that. So it is pretty unrealistic to expect your photos and your video and any other digital media you have, including sound recordings and voicemails and music and stuff like that. It's unrealistic to expect that they're going to be in perfect quality when you play them 20 years later. They're just going to fall apart, and that is a tough pill to swallow, but once you do realize that we have a solution to that, it makes the whole idea of data rot bearable. So what Not Forgotten does, it protects your memories from data rot and technology obsolescence. So what that means is just the aging of technology. Obviously, right now we have our iPhones, but what did we have before? We had iPod Nanos, we had iPod Touches. So technology, ages, but also just it develops over time, and things that we may have used are now like prehistoric. So nobody will give you, unless they're like hipsters, nobody really prints music on CDs. We all have Spotify playlists, SoundCloud, Apple Music, so on and so forth. So when we give you your time capsule, when you want to check it out, you will not be getting it in an old form of media. A better way to explain it would be, if you rocked up to get your time capsule in 50 years' time, we definitely would not put that on a USB, because in the future, I'm sure we'll be using something else to store all of our memories. And we just make sure that every piece of technology that we have is compatible to the current times that we're using. So we want it to be easy for you guys to make your time capsule, to access your time capsule. We don't want to give you this prehistoric technology. Then you have to chase around, eBay, old garage sales, trying to find a cord that you can't find anywhere because it's so old. So we protect you from having to deal with that. We protect you from data rot, so you don't have to worry about backups anymore. You don't have to worry about hard drives, because hard drives, same thing. You guys put a lot of effort into, labeling your hard drives, staying organized, doing your due diligence, and it sucks to hear, but that doesn't really matter, because if you store them in somewhere that's not climate controlled, your data can fall apart. I see a lot of weddings, a lot of brides who struggle with this because they have their wedding tapes from 30, 40 years ago and they want to play them, and when they go to play them, it doesn't even work. So you might have something that you think works, but it really doesn't because of data rot. So it happens to the best of us. It is inevitable. Don't feel bad. But if for some reason you can open up all your really old photos and videos and you notice that the quality is going down, but you want to make sure it doesn't decrease anymore, put it in a time capsule. Order one right now on Amazon, 150-year DIY time capsule, and just make sure that you are preserving the best of your life so that you don't have to experience something like that again. I think it's definitely worth the investment, and I think that you'll be really happy that you did it later on down the line when your favorite pieces of video don't really play. So that's that, but I'm really excited about the fact that our time capsules can help you guys with whatever you want to do. We do uniquely solve how to keep stories safe, family history and memorabilia safe, and accessible for generations of your family to enjoy. So now I want to unpack what you get when you go on Amazon, which is the envelope. So when you order this on Amazon Prime, you'll get it in obviously the Amazon packaging. I've ripped that off for you guys today. But then you get this great navy, high quality envelope. And I can say it's high quality because I've done a ton of Amazon lives now, and it's still in really great condition. And I open and unbox them and put them back together every day. So when you do this, you take everything out. And I think these are 100% worth it, especially when you're gifting this, because, you know, it's an amazing gift. And in the packaging, you receive this amazing brochure. The brochure saves you so much time if you're gifting it, because your friend, your loved one, can look through the brochure instead of texting you to ask you all the questions. They'll be like, wow, I love a digital next generation time capsule, but how do I use it? You'll be like, check out the brochure. So the brochure is split up into various ways: who we are, how it works, customer stories, get inspired, privacy policy, frequently asked questions, and contact us. So you don't have to worry about literally anything when you buy this. It tells you exactly how it works. It tells you all about our clients, inspirational stories, which gives you ideas of, you know, why we make time capsules, what is the point. And we have some amazing clients who have used our products and they love it and they rave about it. And if you are someone who's into family research, genealogy, family trees, scrapbooking, capturing every moment with your camera for your family, this is the product for you. Like Heather, for example. Heather says, I've been researching my family tree for years and even made a book to leave to my kids. This tool will really help bring it to life beyond the vital records and faded photos. So she sums up in one quote about, you know, why we do what we do. We're so passionate about storytelling. We want everyone to remember each other, and we are gonna, you know, have a great product that people are going to really value, especially those suffering with a disease like Alzheimer's, for example. You know, you start to forget your life, you start to forget your memories, and that's what happened with Richie. So Richie's story, he says, I regret not doing it for my dad, and my mom has early onset Alzheimer's. Now I'm doing mine so my sons will have one of me, no matter what happens. So remember, guys, there's such an amazing opportunity to, you know, make this video for yourself, but also for the people that you love. And say your last words and say the best of your life, and speak about your experiences in the way that you want them remembered. You know, you don't have anyone talking about you. You are literally talking about yourself, and you're able to tell people the most important memories that you have, give them advice, and it's coming straight from your mouth and not just, you know, other people talking about you. So it's an amazing way to save your story. And just make sure you don't buy it when it's too late. I know my grandparents aren't around anymore. I have one grandma, she's the best, and I made her make a time capsule because she's my favorite person in the whole world, and I know that my grandkids will not get to meet her, but now they can with Not Forgotten. So I'm really excited to be able to have that in the future because she's so important to me. And then the rest of it, right? The brochure is just amazing. It's my favorite part because it's answers all your questions, gives you a lot of inspiration, and gets you going for making your own time capsule, and then encouraging you to get your family members to make their own time capsule because you start to see the value in it. Second is just a certificate of asset contribution. It just says that, you know, it certifies that you've made a time capsule, that the Digital Preservation Trust is taking care of it, and beneath it allows you to view the records of the Not Forgotten library. It says exactly where you should go to look at your video, where your family members should go if they want to look at your video, and again, so that your legacy can be passed from generation to generation. We have a similar little smaller piece, which is a perfect size. You put it right in your will, and so when people are, you know, going through your will, they'll say, oh, they made a Not Forgotten time capsule. Again, it tells you where to locate your video and where to find your genealogy records in the WorldCat library, just like I showed you guys before. So it's a great way for everyone to remember that you made a time capsule. Remember, with physical time capsules, when people bury them in the ground, hope for the best, 80 to 90% of them are lost. So the idea of making a time capsule is incredible, but the way that we've done it in the past just doesn't really make sense, and it's really hard for us to keep track of them all. So digital time capsules are much easier, and that's why we've done what we've done. And then we also have this fun activity for all of you guys. It is just a family tree, and you start with yourself in the middle, and you build outwards. So you can do your grandmothers, your fathers, your grandfathers, all of that good stuff, and just start to create a Not Forgotten family tree. Make everyone in your family do a time capsule, gift them all time capsules. I mean, now you have the most versatile, perfect gift for every single occasion, and it's going to be just so exciting for you to build one with your family. So that's a great little graph so you can get an idea of who has made a time capsule, who hasn't, and then, you know, when you're stuck and you go, oh, I have an event, I don't know what to get them as a gift, time capsule, we got you. So then we have the gift card. Of course, you redeem it scratch it off, redeem it at our website, and start to enjoy the process of making your time capsule. So that is what you will get when you order it on Amazon right now, and you'll have it in time for anything, really. I was gonna say I thought 4th of July, but we're actually on June 25th, so you'll have it way before then. But we do, uniquely solve that issue of how do we keep all of our most prized possessions, our favorite stories, our favorite photos, voicemails. Voicemails are really important, guys. I have a lot of old voicemails on my phone. I actually have some dating back to 2015. And I do back up my phone, but I get really nervous. God forbid anything happens. All my voicemails are gone. So I've put a lot of my voicemails in my time capsule. I have the virtual time traveler one, which allows you to have some space on it. The virtual time traveler allows you to have 2 gigabytes of space. And the time capsules are an amazing way to insert the time capsules are an amazing way to take up some of that 2 gigabytes because they don't take up much space, but they add so much character and life to your time capsule. So, for example, my dad used to travel a lot. We used to play phone tag because he was in London and the time differences. So when I would be in class at college, he would call me. It would go to voicemail. He would leave me a voicemail saying, hey, E, and going on about his sentence. But the hey, E is just, it's what my dad calls me. No one else really calls me that. And I have that in my time capsule. So maybe one day when my dad's not around and I want to hear his voice and feel that sense of comfort, I'll be able to play it. So again, I want you guys to really imagine what you can do with these time capsules because there's so much. And before we go, I'm going to play you a quick imagine video so that you get an idea of the best ways to utilize it. And then we will finish up. Since we're only covering one product today, it's a little bit of a quicker video, but again, we're here every single Friday, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So watch this. If you just joined, again, perfect time. I will show you some ideas on what to use for these time capsules. Okay guys, so that was another video just to get your brain flowing. What am I going to use these time capsules for? Imagine the possibilities. There are so many. Imagine being able to introduce your grandmother to your children in, 50, I don't even know, in years and years from now. Imagine your grandchildren being able to introduce your mother to their children in 100 years time. There's so many things that you could do with this. Imagine the relief that you'll have, that your mom will have when you have all of your family memorabilia safe, secure, accessible, and ready to be drawn from a library for hundreds of years. That's what we can provide you guys here at Not Forgotten. We've gotten a lot of attention, as I said before, but Women's Daily actually called our innovative take on time capsules the gift of immortalizing one's life for centuries to come. And Fortune Herald hailed it as a scrapbook that will live on for centuries. That is one of my favorite quotes because it's really true. If you have someone in your family who loves scrapbooking, you will love this product, they will love this product, and you will make them feel very happy. We all know here at Not Forgotten, and I'm sure you guys know as well, memories are extremely important and the best ones never fade. But what keeps memories alive, that's really important when you consider how time is so difficult to photographs, so unkind to photographs, CDs, and videos. We now know through research that even digital data can impact our media, and it rots all of our stuff as the years pass. So for people who do cherish their memories and the stories that they tell, this is a very hard truth to swallow because it means that memories will fade and stories will die. But thank you to Not Forgotten. We can help you protect those cherished memories. You can stick them in a time capsule and they will be safeguarded for centuries. So again, when you are gifting someone these time capsules, when you're gifting yourself this time capsule, you're telling yourself that your story matters, that you want to preserve it, that you want to speak into the camera and tell your truth and have it live on. And when you're gifting it, you're telling someone that their story matters, that you love them, that you appreciate them, and that you value what they have to say, so much so that you want it bottled up in a time capsule for up to, in this case, 150 years. So we really do turn individual lives into the ultimate gift. And again, we are built on unique technology, made right here in the United States, and made to be kept for a long time. So, ditch the material gift. Don't get her a candle. Get her a Not Forgotten time capsule. Make her or him a really amazing, priceless gift that they're going to be able to look back on and reminisce and, learn about themselves and see how far they've grown. And you won't find anything else like this on the market. It really is a new category of next generation product. In my opinion, it's so unique and it's one of a kind. So it is a true experience, especially when you get the DIY, because you have to sit there and make it and think about what you're gonna say and kind of, again, it's such a good gift because of the aspect of DIY. So if you're giving it to someone who might struggle with their phone, you can make an entire day out of it. For Mother's Day, we talked about being with your mom and doing her hair and makeup and having a really great day, maybe popping some champagne and helping her film her Not Forgotten time capsule. So really think about the ways that you can use these time capsules. You'll understand that they are so unique and the possibilities are really endless. So if you guys do want to buy it, it's right here on Amazon at the Not Forgotten store, and it is $99, available on Amazon Prime and ready to go once you purchase it. You're going to be able to, save your legacy, secure your memories, and just constantly add to it as you grow. So keep making your time capsules, make kind of a movie, a life series of your life, and see what happens, and gift it to everyone you love so that we can share the success of the product that we believe that we have. It's such an amazing, life-changing thing that we can do to capture our memories and make sure that we are not forgotten. So thank you guys so much for tuning in for another Shopping with Elyse. We're going to be doing this every single Friday, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll go through a product. I'll give you some new ways on how to use it, some personal experience examples, and I just think about me when I was little, for example. Last thing I'll say is that I really wish I had a time capsule of me when I was like 7 years old, and I could see, what I wanted to be when I was older, what I looked like, what I was excited about in life, and I could compare it to me now in my 20s, see how far I've come, and just kind of reminisce, because the only thing I have is photos, but I don't know, everyone says I had a great personality when I was younger, but I would love to see it on video. So I'm thankful that I made one now, and be sure to make yours very soon, before it's, before you grow and you go through even more changes. Let's start your time capsule today and start your journey here with Not Forgotten right now. Purchase it on Amazon for $99, and I will see you guys next week as we discuss another product. And we'll do this every week so we can tell you guys how to use them, and feel free to comment below, tell me anything you want. Hopefully you guys realized I got a haircut. Thank God, it was so dead. But love you all. Thank you for tuning in, and tune in next week when we discuss our next product. So, and also, if you guys want to check out the podcast, it's on Tuesdays, and I can link it all in there. But great way to stay up to date with our community and see what everyone is doing with their